facilitating our Friday night tradition on Thursday instead. So chat, it is time for Scott doing part 2 of using his punch machine to see just how hard a gun punches. We are in part 2 of this. Are we ready? Let's get it on.
Yeah, you better keep walking, old man. What?
Uh-oh.
You heard me. Better keep walking. See that score? You don't want none of this. Boy, those are show muscles. You got soft hands. What does that even mean? Get out of the way.
Hello, Archon.
Be my guest.
W.
Soft hands.
Hell yeah, W. Never underestimate a man with a mustache.
What's up, everybody? My name is Scott, and you're watching Kenetucky Ballistics. And not too long ago, I introduced you to the punching machine, and we figured out just how hard a gun can punch, which surprisingly was not very much. And you all had a ton of suggestions. The top suggestion was don't use soft armor, let's use some plates. So we are back with the punching machine, and I have a new feature for it, and we have plates. These are Premier Body Armor ceramic plates. We have a nice new nifty frame to hold them. Hopefully this holds up a lot better than the other frame did, and we're going to take some shots at this with rifles. We could not use rifles before because those rounds were moving too fast with the soft body armor and would just blow right through it. But with these ceramic plates, we should be able to stop quite a bit. All it's going to matter is, will the machine hold up? As long as the machine will hold up, I think we're going to be good. So I am very excited about today's video to see what kind of numbers we can put up. Let's go get set up and get started. But before we get started, let me tell you about today's sponsor, War Thunder. War Thunder is the most comprehensive vehicle combat game ever made and is available now for free on PC, consoles, and...
Be careful, Scott. War Thunder kind of fucked over Nick, if I'm remembering the sponsor correctly. Wasn't it War Thunder that didn't pay Nick and he said, I'm never working with you guys again? Be careful.
Mobile devices.
Thank you for the follow, Techno-Weepin' JDC.
Tanks, planes, helicopters,
and
ships
Clutch
of 10 major nations, ranging from biplanes and armored cars of the 1920s to the...
Okay, Cortanus, in fairness to War Thunder doesn't do that. People go onto War Thunder's like Reddit or Discord and leak intel. That's not War Thunder's fault.
Fighter jets and main battle tanks of
today. This is brand
new.
new.
Immerse yourself in the intense combat of War Thunder, where incredible detailed vehicles, realistic graphics, and authentic sound effects place you right at the helm of the most powerful war machines of all time. Join a worldwide community of over 95 million players in epic PvP battles today and delve into the breathtaking experience that is War Thunder, with an unmatched wealth of high...
Well, what I was mentioning, Anti-Meme, is Nick told a story on Unsub, and basically it was one of his sponsors. I think it was War Thunder. I could be mistaken about that, but I'm pretty sure he said it was War Thunder, that he basically did, that Nick did like sponsorships, and they didn't pay him. And so he basically said, fuck off, I'm never going to do a sponsor for you ever again.
High quality content to discover. There's simply no game better suited for fans of military history.
That's what I was wrong, because he mentioned delete me during the video. They only paid him half, and he basically said, okay, fuck off.
If your vehicle or an enemy is destroyed, War Thunder shows you exactly what happens. In X-ray view, you'll see precisely where the shell penetrated, which components were affected, and what ultimately led to the destruction of the vehicle. Play War Thunder for free on PC, PlayStation, Xbox, or mobile devices now by using my links in the pinned comment or the description. New and returning players on PC and consoles that haven't played in the last 6 months will also receive a massive bonus pack. That includes multiple premium vehicles, the exclusive vehicle decorator Eagle of Valor, 100,000 Silver Lions, and 7 days of premium account. It's available for a limited time only, so be quick. Again, a big thank you to War Thunder for sponsoring today's video. Now let's get back to it. All right, we are all set up and ready to go. If you did not see part one, I have a big piece of mild steel behind this, just in case we have something go through the plate or I miss, the machine is protected. And some of you missed it in the first video. I saw comments about it. There is a counterweight system in here to make this as close as possible to the original punching bag. Today we are going to start out with an AK-47. This is a Becker, and I have a 20 round mag, and I'm loaded up with 7.62 by 39 full metal jackets, and I believe these are 123 grain. All right.
7.62. Oh. I should probably move over. Hi, Kick Chat. I'm hanging out under you for this one. Do you like me being underneath you, Kick Chat?
Here we go, first shot. That did not move much.
But it did move.
First of all, we had a score of 1. Hit this plate dead center, and it did push it up, but not enough to really fling it up there. As you can see, it doesn't take much to push this plate. That counterweight system works really well. And even with that, this plate did not go very high up, and we did not get much force. Hey there. Future Scott here. You may be wondering, why is he not showing the numbers on the screen? What's up with that? Well, that's because in the future something really bad happens and the SD card in the GoPro gets destroyed. Stay tuned. Up next, we are going to use an AR-15, and I absolutely love shooting ARs, but
Hey, this is interesting. I would have thought you was gone with the AR first and scaled up. He's actually scaling down. Huh.
Meep translation. This is gonna be a wild video and there will be back-blowing recoil wash Rs.
That were he puts the GoPro on the machine, and using a larger caliber round, fragments end up taking out the GoPro perhaps. I don't know. We're gonna find out. I'm just surprised that he's going downgrade in terms of the caliber size. He started with 7.62 and now he's dropping it down to 2.23. Yeah, true. The bullet is moving. So maybe that's his criteria. Is travel speed. Maybe that's what his criteria is for in terms of scaling.
I do not love the noise. Wearing Ear Pro is super irritating, but what makes Ear Pro obsolete is suppressors. I love suppressors, and if I could have a suppressor on everything, I probably would. And when it comes to suppressors, Silencer Shop knows best. They make everything easy peasy lemon squeezy, and I want to give them a big thank you for always supporting the channel and keeping us quiet on set. Okay, we are all ready to go. This is a Q Sugar Weasel, and we are loaded up with some 5.56. Anyways, now I have a 20 round mag with some 5.56 full metal jackets, and these are 55 grain. Here we go. I did nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Yeah, the higher speed round doesn't necessarily translate into harder hitting stopping power. That looks like fun.
Had a few rounds left. Couldn't resist. Okay, so we hit right here, just under the 7.62 by 39. It moved it a little bit, but not much. And we have a score of 1. Okay, up next, we are going to step it up to 308. This is a Springfield Armory SOCOM 16, and I have some Underwood ammo.
This should be good.
308.
This might be good.
75 grain controlled chaos.
Yeah, and that like Xanax, you're right. Herein lies the problem that he's running into. Is these rounds are traveling at high speeds, but they have very little mass. It's not going to be until he gets up to the physically larger caliber rounds that it's going to make any difference, because these rounds are designed for penetration. They're not designed for stopping power. It's not until he gets up to like the elephant guns that are actually designed for stopping power versus penetration that we're going to actually start seeing movement in this. So I expect a lot of these lower caliber rifles, we're going to see a similar thing. They're going to get maybe a 1 or something like that. I don't know if he's going to do a shotgun slug or not, Kenetucky. He'll probably use the 50 for sure. I don't know about the shotgun. I don't know if he's going to go shotgun or not. I can't remember if he did shotgun for the first time he did this.
All right. Here we go. Oh, that moved it.
Hey, that was kind of impressive.
What is our, okay, a score of 1. So it moved
Okay.
it, but I guess with not much force. Let's take
the shotgun that he used the first round, I don't recall. Did he use buckshot or did he use slug? Because now that he's got the trauma plate here, theoretically he could use you may not have used a slug because it was soft body armor. So yeah, maybe he will go with a shotgun with a slug this time around.
You look at our plate.
Oh, was it a 1-ounce slug? Okay, I couldn't remember
right
TX.
there.
It's been a while since we watched it.
And we have a pretty good bulge right there. By the way, this is a Premier Body Armor level 3+ Fortis plate. These things are tough as nails. Gonna do a little test right here. That gave me a score of 106. So the machine's fine. We just need something bigger. This next caliber probably isn't going to do much more than 308, but we're going to try it out anyways. We have a 30-30. This is a 170 grain round, and I have a Henry lever action 30-30. All right.
You know, Will, another thing that may not be factored in here is he's been using full metal jackets. What if he used like hollow points? What if he switched out the full metal jackets for the hollow points? Because when you use the hollow point, the impact will cause the flare and thus give you more surface area and thus give it more impact energy versus a full metal jacket, which is more designed for penetration.
Ember, can we fast forward to where he uses the punt gun?
Something tells me he's not going to go quite that big, Wolfie.
30-30, coming at you.
Kudos, Nashi. Got some fragmentation there.
I bet you we had a score of 1. 1. Score of 1. Let's take a look at our plate. We may need to change our plate out. It's starting to get beat up. I mean, we've got 4 hits, all in the same spot. And we're still just bulged back here. So, I mean, this thing's holding up really well, but moving on to some of these faster calibers, they want to change it out. We're going to change this plate out just in case, because some of these rounds I have coming up, they're moving pretty fast. Okay, we're all set up with a new plate, and we're going to step it up to 30-06, and I'll be using my favorite 30-06.
Yo.
This is an Ohio Ordnance Works H-car. And
Giggle figures, not for civilians. No. To my understanding, ballistic armor is not legal to civilians in Canada.
Absolutely love this thing. I'll be loaded up with a 20-round mag with 1 round of 30-06, 150 grain full metal jacket. All right, 30-06.
Here we go.
Here we go.
That was a pretty good impact. Ooh, the plate came out of the carrier a little bit. That could have affected it too.
Okay, we have a score of 1. This is very interesting because in the last video, a 500 Magnum gave us a reading, and even a 12 gauge slug gave us a reading. But those are big, heavy, slow moving rounds. But these fast, smaller bullets are having a hard time actually pushing this thing up and giving us a punch. Up to this.
Yeah, and that's what I'm talking about. That's what I was saying, like going with something other than the Full Metal Jacket. The slower, wider surface area rounds were giving a higher score. These rounds, that because of their design, especially with the Full Metal Jacket, they're designed for penetration, not for basically stopping power. And he did use a 45 Cortanus. I don't recall if it was a 1911 that he used, but he did in the previous one, he did like 9, he started with like 22, 22, might have not 32, 9 millimeter, 45, 40, he scaled it up. But yeah, the speed, possibly not anti-meme, but I would like to see what it looked like if he tried it. Like, it's entirely possible in this context it wouldn't be helpful, but I would be curious. Honestly, he needs a round that has more surface area. These rounds are just too small. The rounds you need to actually facilitate a heavy impact to get that thing really moving, they need to be a physically larger sized round because you're getting such a fine surface area point strike that it's not imparting enough force to really move the contraption skyward. Because again, these rounds are designed to penetrate. They're not designed for stopping power, so to speak. So
At this point, everything we've been using is light and moving very fast. So let's try out something a little bit heavier and a little bit slower. This is a 50 Beowulf, and I have a 10 round mag loaded up with 1 round of 50 Beowulf.
Here we go.
This is a 325 grain round.
This is going to do something, I think.
Here we go.
Oh yeah, that was moving pretty good.
Okay, let's see.
That was moving.
147. So
there we go.
The 50 Beowulf, even though it is moving much slower than the other rounds we've been using, it is heavier and seems to be delivering more of a punch, aka knockdown power. Let's take a look at our plate.
Yep.
Got here.
Jeff, I agree. A musket would be very interesting to see used in this context to see how much force it's hitting with. That would be fascinating. And there are modern day muskets that you can actually get and use. I don't know if he's going to use one of them, but that would be fascinating to see. And Alex Wolfram, thank you for the follow.
It right there and put a pretty big bulge on it. All right, up next, we are going to step it up to 300 Win Mag. This is a Nemo Arms Nightmare, and I'm going to be loaded up with some Underwood ammo, 300 Win Mag, 100.
Okay. I have a suspicion this is not going to do as good as the Beowulf. Something tells me this is not going to hit as hard as the Beowulf because of the round type. I know something tells me it won't. Wait, what is Alex saying here? The second plate wasn't all the way to begin with. Ah. Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, well, I noticed in some of the slow-mos, Alex, that he actually didn't screw in the bottoms of it.
75 grain Control Chaos.
That didn't go up as fast.
This thing makes the biggest fireballs, and it always surprises me.
That didn't go up as fast.
Had a good hit, and we have a score of 1.
See? The type of round matters. The round itself needs to have a heavier, larger surface area to affect that impact. The majority of those rifle caliber rounds are designed to penetrate the target. The 50 was that blunt, it was the blunt rounded type. You guys are talking like you guys are indicating like energy transfer. The problem is the energy transfer is in a more finer point. Like the strikes are in a more finer point where if you have the larger where you have the physically larger caliber or not caliber the physically larger rounds, you have more surface impact striking, which is what is going to send this up. That's why the 50 Beowulf actually scored 150, whereas the what do you say, the 300 mag only scored 1. So you need the broader point to facilitate the higher energy transfer into the target to facilitate that knockdown. And with the pointed rifle rounds, you're not getting that larger surface area of impact. And it's not facilitating the more broad energy transfer that can send the target up into the top here as effectively.
I hit right there, and it held up nicely. It's doing fine. I have 2 more rifles for today's video, and I really hope that at least the last one gives us a pretty high score. Up next is a caliber that I have not used on this channel in quite a while, but it's still one of my faves, 338 Lapua. This is my Savage bolt action 338 Lapua, and I'll be loaded up with a Hornady 338 Lapua 285 grain AMAX. I really think that this should give us a reading.
That is a lovely gun.
Oh, here we go. Yep, I'd say we probably got a reading.
It's more at a part. Actually, it's probably going to be less of a reading than it should be.
Wow, okay. 236.
There we go.
And we knocked our plate out of our frame. Looks like it caught it though. I mean, just, oh,
nice.
Oh, there's some bullets. Oh, that's it right there. That is stinking hot. That is hot. Let's check on our frame. Ah.
Frame's
our
good.
Frame is still good. Our screws are a little bit.
Goodness.
That was a lot of force. We're still holding up. We're still solid, which is great news.
It honestly, I think it's, if the plate hadn't come loose, if he'd added a couple of more screws like down here to really anchor the plate, I think that reading might have actually been light. Because I think the plate jarring loose might have offset some of the energy transfer on that. So I think that reading was actually probably less than what it should have been. Because if we look back at the slow-mo again, let's look at the slow-mo again. When it hits, the fact that the plate kind of like comes off and tips forward, you're not getting full energy transfer because it got knocked loose. And I think if it had been in there more securely, I do think we would have gotten a higher reading on the machine in that case.
Which is great news, because I have one last gun to use today. Okie
Here we
dokie.
go.
I have a brand new plate set up in our machine here, and I made sure that this one is extra secure. It is pushed all the way down into this frame. I have screws on every side. It is as tight as it can possibly be, and for a good reason, because next we're going to hit this thing with a 50 BMG. This is my Servu BFG 50A with American flag Cerakote, one of my favorite 50 BMGs despite my scar, and it is loaded
It had to be done.
up with a 750 grain Hornady AMAX. So in our last attempt, our grand finale was the 4-bore, and its high score was 521. But it did destroy the frame and absolutely decimate the soft body armor. So I do believe if we had a hard plate, the score may have been different. Now, we're going to see what kind of score we get with the 50 BMG, and if it is higher than the 4-bore, I guess we're going to have a championship video. Oh
boy.
Woo! 50 BMG.
Let's fucking go.
Oh.
Well, yes, he missed. He went low. He went right onto the bottom of it, and bye GoPro. He looks like
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
that's what he looks like.
Blasted out the ass of the table. It completely blew its ass out.
And blasted out the ass of the machine, too. Yeah.
Well, that was a lovely video, wasn't it? I'm gonna go home.
Oh, did he catch the bottom edge of the frame? Hold up. No, well, that's just the spark from the wall. Okay. And look at the impact hole. Look at the heat coming off the impact hole right there. It's literally glowing around the edges. Look at that. It hits so hard, the steel is literally glowing.
So I want you all to know that this is all your fault. It's your fault. You know why? Because so many people commented and said, hey, Scott, make sure you hit real low on the plate. So I thought, you know what? We're going to maximize this 50 BMG shot.
Oh,
and we're going to hit really low on the plate. So I hit so low. Look here. I just nicked it. Just nicked it. Because I was aiming for right there.
And a key, and that's where you're going to sing a keyhole.
50 BMG went through this steel sideways. And the punching machine is no more. And I guess
oh, no.
we will never know what the 50 BMG would have done. And I'm really sad and really disappointed in you. I cannot believe that you made me do that. You all should be ashamed. We got to go ahead and shoot it anyways, though. Here we go. Let's give it one. Here we go.
Looks like we wouldn't have gotten a reading anyway. We would have got a reading anyway.
Well, wow. Okay, so we caught the 50 BMG in a level 3+ Fortis plate. It hit it and just, oh my goodness, just absolutely wrecked this thing.
Yeah.
But, oh yeah, I can't get it down anymore because it's broken. The frame is still in perfect condition. It looks great. But I'll tell you what, make it.
Oh, sevens in chat for the punching machine. You will be missed. You served us well. You gave us great entertainment. Oh, punching machine, on this day we mark your passing and wish you a good afterlife in that grand arcade in the sky.
Deal with you. You hit that subscribe button, and maybe, just maybe, I will buy another machine and we will do a part 3, only heavy hitters, and we will see who is the true punching champion. Ha ha! Still got my dollar bills though. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Again, a big thank you to War Thunder for sponsoring today's video. Don't forget to play it for free on PC, PlayStation, Xbox, or mobile now using my link in the pinned comment or the description. New and returning players that haven't played in 6 months will also receive a massive bonus pack across PC and consoles, including multiple premium vehicles and other goodies. This is only available for a limited time, so make sure not to miss it.
Pretty much, yeah. Punching machine replacement money. Boy.
I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure and give it a like. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. As always, check me out on all other social media platforms. Links to those are in the description down below, along with a link to KentuckyBallistics.com, just in case you want to pick up a shirt. And as always, my name is Scott. Thank you so much for watching Kentucky Ballistics. I'll see you next time.
It stuck the
I think I may
landing!
have to drop that again.
Shit!
Oh. Pretty much folded that thing in half that time.
But it stuck the landing!
Feel like it needs one more, don't you?
Oh yes, this time drop it on its head. Well, I mean, TX. Of course, the second one bent it over and blew its back out. Of course it did. There we go. Well, that is one hard-hitting way to end tonight, chat.